going to unbox this and take a look at it, so to speak. All right, so let me come over here. Let me add to the stage like we like to do. And where am I going to go here? I think we're going to swap that up like that. All right, so here's my unboxing of Dice Conquest, okay? I did order this from Amazon. I just happened to be sitting on my phone, and they had it in stock, so I said, the heck with it. I'm going to get it from Amazon. And that's what I did. And let's just hope it's the right one. And yes, it is. Okay. So again, here it is. Well, let me bring the camera a little closer here for you. Real professional job that we're going to do here. And now I'm in the, that's in the way over here. All right. How about that? All right. Dice Conquest. I'll get a little bit lower too. There we go. All righty. Let's take a look here. So this is the game, Dice Conquest. And what's kind of neat, you get all these dice with it. That's the fun thing, is you get all these crazy dice with it. So it's going to be fun to play. All right, so let's open it up here and see what we have going on. I want to be careful here. I do like the artwork here of this, so I don't want to scratch anything on the box here. So I do like to have it looking nice if I can. All righty. And this is by WizKids. Okay, so WizKids makes this game here. And I really kind of no, we got Jucket. Just missed a call from Jucket. Does that mean something's not working here? Do I sound all right over here on the video? I didn't check that. Sometimes he called me if I'm screwing things up. No, I think it's all right. So anyway, so let's take a look here, see what we got here. So Fenner's here with us. Thanks for coming by. Do I sound all right? Does everything look all right? Because Jacket was calling me, so I don't know if he sometimes calls me when things are wrong. So if things look okay, let me know. All righty. So here's what it is. Join your forces, choose your dice, face the dragon. A cooperative dice game by Stephen Avery and Eugene Bryant. Okay. By WizKids. And it's about a 30-minute game, ages 10 and up, 1 to 4 players. Cooperative fantasy game with nice dice. Yes, this is going to be fun. And again, if you want, you can replace all these with the dice that you want. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Choose a hero, use the dice, and defeat the monsters. It's that simple, folks. That simple. No, it's not that simple. The dragon Coulter Storm has ravaged another town. A group of heroes sets out to defeat this creature, but they must first pass through a gauntlet of monsters. That's what it feels like. It feels like a gauntlet because the monsters, you're constantly flipping every round, fighting new monsters, and then you get all beat up, and then you got to fight the boss battle. That's kind of how it goes. A game for RPG is an accessible game with components that RPGs can never have enough of. And a set of dice are included. So you get a D4, 6, 8, 10, a percentage die, a 12, and a 20. So you get a ton of dice in this game here. Solo and cooperative play. 8 heroes to choose from, and you got to work together to defeat the enemy. So let's open it up here, and let's see what we got going on here. All righty. Hang on a sec. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so there's that. I like how they do that, too. You can see, like, the dice with the clear window here. I think that's kind of neat. All righty. So, we have one of these here. Dangerous, do not eat. Okay, because you know I'm probably going to eat that, right? All righty. So we have our dice here. Let's just get them out on the table. Nice and easy here. And they are kind of like a bluey reddish type of dice here. And the 4-sided dice. So that's the crazy one. So, yeah. So there you go. So there's our dice that come with the game. We have our cards here. And yeah, don't eat that, right? And this is these are my health markers. Okay. So what I got to do is I got to pop these out, right? And they will go on our hero to show how much health is there. Okay, so that's that. So there's the popping out of that. And then this indicates which player is going first. So, that's neat. So there's that. So I'll just put that back in here, even though I don't probably need to. Anything underneath? Oh, yes, there is. There is something underneath. And that is the rules. Interesting. Okay, so if you don't have rules, you got to look underneath. All right. So we'll put this off to the side. So here's our box. Okay, so that's our empty box now. So Dice Conquest. We're going to put that over here. And let's So we have our hearts, and we have our whose turn it is. We have our dice. We have our instructions. And let's take a look at the instructions here. So you get creature cards, hero cards, health tracker, player aid, first player token, dice, and you get some traps. And I like the instructions that are like this. It's very laid out. It's laid out nice. It's colorful. It has the cards in the game. I pretty much know how to play this because it's easy, and I was watching enough videos on it, so I should have an idea what goes on here. But I'll definitely read this before I play, so I can have a better idea on what to do. And yeah, so there's that. The game ends when Coulter Storm is slain. All players win. If any hero dies, you lose. So yeah. And I heard it's not an easy game at all. But anyway, so let's take a look at the cards. Let's take a look, shall we? And I've been longing for a game like this that has cards, you know, and I see all these games, you know, like the Gloomhavens and stuff like that, and they look great. They're just so huge though. But it's like, well, can I start with something a little bit simpler maybe? And so I think this might be it. And let's take a look at the artwork here. I'm trying to go very careful here when I open this up because these cards really are nice. Okay. And so let's see what we got here. So let's slide that over here. And we'll put that there for some decoration, right? Okay. So we have monsters here. Then we have our traps. Now, from what I understand, the traps are these extra things you can throw into the game to make it a little bit more difficult. Let's see if I can get that light off of here. How about that? Any better? Well, a little bit. So these trap cards, these just add to the craziness. I heard it's really hard when you use the trap card. So let's put these off to the side. And so these are our creature cards. Okay. These would be considered creature cards too, but they're just extra pains in the neck. So then we have our hero cards. We have a reference card. Alrighty. So this is that's health, right? So I should have a couple of healths. Yeah, 2, 3. Yeah, so 4 health for each of my my heroes, so to speak. Okay. So what you would do is you would take your health here and you would put it on, 10. Then if you got injured, you'd go to 9 and then down to 8. And it tells you too, if you're a single player, it says 1p up here. So you get 20 health. You're playing 2, you only get 20. If you're playing with 3 people, you get 6. And if you're playing with 4 people, you start with a 4. And then again, you just move it down the line until you are dead. So that's what the hearts are for, and that's what these things are for. The reference cards here are kind of nice. So each person gets a reference card. Looks like they're all the same. And it just says, when the round begins, it tells you what to do on the round. So it's kind of like a little cheat sheet here, which is kind of nice. So let's see here. So we have the hero cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 hero cards. And they're a little bit bigger than a playing card. So if I were to take an APA card, just to give you an idea. So this is an APA card compared to this. So it's a Stratomatic baseball or hockey card, if you will. So let's take a look at our heroes here that Ron and I will be playing. So we have the warrior. And so each hero has something going on here. So if you take damage during your attack, not at the end of the round, you may immediately roll and place a spent die to any creature. Okay, so everyone's got their little extra thing here. And then down the bottom, so if I were to roll, and you see how I roll the 5 here, I could use this 5 to activate what's called my critical hit. For those of you that play Dungeons and Dragons, critical hit is good. It's more damage. So change this die to any number and heal yourself 1 damage. So let's just say that I was damaged. I'm at 9. I could take this 5. I can make it a 12 to do 12 damage on the Banshee, and then I gain 1 health. So that's my critical hit play right there. So these are my heroes: the warrior, the cleric, the knight, the ranger, the rogue, sorceress, and the thief. Okay, and the wizard too. You may reroll twice when attacking. So each one has a different ability, and then each one has a different critical hit bonus here. Okay, so those are my heroes, and then we have the monsters here. So now how this works is they have the same thing. They have a special ability, but if you kill them, you take this here. So if I were to kill the Banshee, I get the Quicksilver Blade. Discard to add 1. So I would discard the card to add 1 or -1 from my chosen die. So let's just say I took this 6, but I really wanted the 5 or the 3. No, I'm sorry, I can only move 1. So where's my warrior? Okay, so let's just say that I was the warrior and I had this card here. I could discard this card, get rid of it basically, and use up this this a power up here, and add 1 or subtract 1 to my die. So I could say, geez, that's a 6. I want to bring that to a 5 so I can activate my critical hit. And that's kind of how the game works, something like that. So we have the Basilisk, and he's got his things here. And that's how many points you need to kill him. So you would need to put up to 13 to kill this Banshee here. If they survive the round, any monster that survives the round, that's how much damage they're going to give you. So the Banshee will do 1. The Basilisk is 15, and he'll do 1 damage. And again, on this one here, you cannot re-roll until this creature is slain. So you have options to re-roll dice over here on your turn. Well, you can't if this guy's on the table till you kill him. This guy's just pretty straightforward. 20 with 2 damage. The Cave Giant. Take 1 damage from placing a die in this creature. So every time you put a die on him, yeah, he's going to be tough to kill. I don't know how you win this game. I'm going to have to homebrew this to make it easier because you're taking a lot of damage in this game. Now, this guy, the Doppelganger, you have to get 18 exact. All these other ones here, as long as you beat the number, meet or beat it, you kill it. This one, this creature must be slain with exactly 18 damage. So if I had him over here, I would have to go 16 and 2, and that's 18, and that would kill him outright. And this is the dragon here. This is the boss battle right here, this Culture Storm here. So he's going to be the last guy. So we're going to put him on the bottom of the pile. He's got 50, 5-0. And you cannot use your critical hit, so you can't use your special powers here. I don't know how anybody wins this game. It looks really difficult, but we're going to play it and have fun. And I can see myself homebrewing this, whereas, I'm going to give myself a few more health to start the game just so I can get through it. We have the Gargoyle, the Giant Cobra, the Spider. I love the cards here. I really do. It's a small box game, they call it. It's loaded with dice. There's great cards, and it's a small footprint. So I'm really liking what I saw with this game. Goblin Champion, a Goblin Scout, Goblin Shaman, a little Gremlin here. Oh, this one's tough too. You got to get 3 exact, and you cannot use magic items until this creature is slain. And you got to use exactly 3 damage. So you'd have to roll a 3 here somewhere on one of these dies to kill him. Or 3 1s or a 2 and a 1 or something like that is what it is. So you got the Hag, the Ogre, 30. Oh my gosh. You cannot target any creature until this creature is slain. So you got to put 30 on him first. Ugh. You got the Rat Swarm. And no die of 5 or greater may be placed on the Rat Swarm. So you can only use 1 to 4. And what's really great about this game that I saw in the videos is everything's laid out on the cards. There's no guesswork here. This is how you kill this guy. And it tells you right here. So it tells you here and it tells you here. And over here too. You have to kill him first. You have to kill him first. So anything crazy here is laid out on the cards. Take 1 damage when you're putting a die on this card. This creature must be slain exactly by 8. So it says it here and it says it here. The Stone Golem, you can only use even dice to kill this guy. So I can use 16 and 2, but I can't use 7. And by the way, on the percentage die, it's not 90. It's actually 9. So that is one of the things. So when you roll this, it's whatever that is. It's just the first number, but they just include a percentile die. So in theory, you could replace this with another 10-sided die if you wanted to. And by the way, the 0 is a 10, not a 0. And the same for over here. Your Troll, you can only use 1 to 9 on the Troll. You got your Rider here, You get your were-rat, not a werewolf, but a were-rat, and you get the wyvern. So what you would do is you would shuffle all these cards. You would put it here with the dragon being the last guy. And I think what you do is, so I would have my hero here with my health, and I would say he's going to go first. So let's just say I had a hero, the warrior, and the cleric. So it would be something like this. And that's how I'm going to set it up when Ron and I play. So I put my health on 10 because when you play 2, you get 10 health. And so I would say, okay, well, the cleric's going to go first. So I would put this here to indicate he's got first. And I believe how you play it is you would put your 3 creatures here on the table, just like that. And then you have to read and figure out how you got to do it. So I cannot re-roll until this creature is slain. So this is probably the first guy I want to do. You cannot return any spent dice until this creature is slain. And this guy here, you can just kind of bang around. So what you would do is you would roll your dice, and this person would go first, and they would take 1 die. Now, again, this is going off what I saw on the playthrough videos. And you would figure out, what do I want to do? Which die am I going to use, and how am I going to use it? So after choosing and rolling a die, you may choose to place a different die. So I think what happens is you take a die, and that's a good one because that's a maximum roll of 12 right there. So you might say something like, okay, what I want to do is I'm going to put the 12 here. So I can either re-roll this or I can use it as it is. Okay, but once you re-roll it or pick it up, you have to play it on somebody. For the cleric, though, if I roll it and I don't like what I get, I can play a different die. Whereas the warrior, I can't do that. Once you pick up a die and either use it or re-roll it, you have to play that particular die on that turn. Again, not very difficult, and I'm probably making this much more difficult than it sounds. But so in this case here, I might say, okay, I like the 16 is really good here on this guy. So I'm going to take the 16 and boom, he's done, right? I beat the 15, so he is done. So this goes into the spent die pile. So we'll put the spent die over here. The thing is, though, you have some abilities and different things that happen that you can bring this back into play and roll it again. So the idea with this game is it's really about rolling these die and then sitting there and thinking about things. Okay, what do I want to do here? How am I going to do this? Let me fix my screen here. What do I want to do? So these are my numbers. Some I can re-roll, some I can't. How do I want to start the round? And so it is kind of solving a puzzle. It's using my abilities, figuring out what die to use, on who, when, and why, and when to re-roll, when to not re-roll. None of it difficult. It just requires a plan. So in this case, I think this guy would be dead, but I would get his scroll of holding. So I can discard to cancel one of the creature's attacks in this round. So I would put this over here with my cleric, and I would probably slide it underneath so I know I have it. Okay, so now if we end the round and we don't kill everybody, I can play this and it'll cancel one of the attacks on me. And so that's all it is. It's really just rolling dice and then kind of placing them in certain things and trying to figure out what you want to do. And I thought it was really fun. I thought the videos I saw of this game were super, super fun. A nice little palate cleanser from what we're doing with the sports stuff. But it looks simple enough and it looks really fun. So I thought it'd be a fun little $20 game to give a go here. Yeah, it's by the Whiz Kids and who is it? Over here, Todd says the Whiz Kids games are usually well done and fun. Yeah, this one looks like it's pretty cool, Fenner says he was playing Stone Cold last night. Then he played some Mini Rogue, a fun solo dungeon crawl. That's what I was looking for. Some simple little games, where can I purchase this game? I got this off of Amazon. I ordered it Friday night while I was watching the hockey game, and I got it this morning. It's called Dice Conquest. You can get it everywhere. It's about a $20 game or less. I think I paid $21 on Amazon, but you can find it at other places a little cheaper. I got the free shipping though with the Amazon. I usually like to go to the gaming stores to buy this stuff, but I really didn't want to wait a week or so. I really wanted to get it in and play it this weekend with Ron while I had the chance. So that's what you get. You get your creature cards, you get your hero cards, your health cards here. You get your instructions. You have your reference cards here to show you how to play the rounds. What else do you get here? Oh, if you want to add difficulty to the game, you put these in here, and these are little traps that you got to deal with during gameplay. I don't think I'm going to be using that quite at all. But let's see. I don't think it's an easy game by any means. I definitely see myself probably homebrewing this a little bit to make it a little bit easier, because I don't think we're going to get very far at all. But you never know. I watch the people play it, and if you really work your dice and figure out who's playing what, where, and how, you can clear the board every time until you get to the dragon there at the end. But I think it should be fun. So look a little bit later, look for Ron and I to hopefully be playing this game later on today. So he just called me. I got to call him back. But yeah, so that's what it is. So Dice Conquest, that's an unboxing of Dice Conquest and a little bit of gameplay. And I'm hoping to play this later. I'm dying to play this game. I really am. It looks like it's a lot of fun. And so anyway, so hey, I'm Dave from Studio B, unboxing Dice Conquest. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Oh, let me show you the, let's see, stop the extra camera, and let's put me over here. So yeah, so that's a Dice Conquest is the name of the game. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.